was in a lot of
Okay, Nongshim on attack, RRQ on defense.
Definitely we're like, yeah, Donby seems like he'd
Waylay.
be a good fit, so let's see if he can take advantage.
Let's see
of
how many
high
times
speed
Nongshim actually go over towards
ability
B. Because I think I
that
agree
Waylay
with
can
Saint.
bring
I
to
think
the
they might
game,
just be spam.
like he does with the Neon. Kind of
I
curious
think it's to the buy rounds at
what
least.
this is going to look like for RRQ. We saw something kind of similar with Boom. Different duelists, different sentinels though. Like the meat and potatoes are kind of the same. It's just the trimmings around the edges for RRQ are going to be a little bit different. But
Okay, priority on the Waylay,
tuck himself into wine,
and ult.
and the rest of
I like this though.
Nongshim
RRQ
out across
wanting
the map.
to take the orb. It wasn't in reaction. They just wanted to do it from the get-go.
Drone doesn't identify anything in the mid. Now a counter drone comes through. Jemkin sees some Cypher activity and says, let's wait this out. See exactly what Nongshim's up to. That's not enough info to really make a good decision off that. Cam is going to be set up to look down tree for the side of RRQ, so they're going to have a decently good idea of this push. It's just pretty heavy, going to be coming from a couple different angles. Are they going to be able to really slow it down too much?
This kill trip might get him.
All right, well, dashing forward, Donby, taking some space there around Jen. Again, staying tucked here at Hell. And going to be spotted, but France is able to find 1-6.
And they like perfectly avoided it.
Some stray shots coming out. Munyet steadying the aim, but has to go for the reload, and Donby's able to run him down.
Dude, look at the HPs though.
Crazy guy. We'll find one. So far, Spike still not yet going to be planted here in the hands of Francis. Now going to be going for it. Just here outside of Hell.
I wonder when they get the recon back.
3v3.
15 seconds. They could wait.
HP bars in the favor of RRQ for the moment.
A little bit wary of a flank. They didn't get full information on how many players.
Salvos as well. Salvos come up now. We've got recon coming up now. We've got one flash as well.
That salvo cooldown back, ready to go. Francis now stuck, trapped, dead. All on Ivy, and he's already taken an immense amount of damage. I believe a headshot there through the corner.
Yeah, they got it half.
Coming out, but the fuse held to half. RRQ very well primed.
Very nice.
It's
lovely from RRQ in the 3v3.
Yeah,
just super patient, wait for the recharge abilities.
Somewhat similar ideas to what we just saw in the previous match, with using kind of those double info initiators in a sense. I mean, Tejo's not exactly an info initiator, but we'll sort of
drone.
Yeah, he's got a drone. So does Sova, and that Sova util is what allows them to get one of these kills, and then they just buy their time, set up a nice retake. Jemkin, probably the most consistent player we have in the league. He's topping the charts in a bunch of relevant stats for Pacific, at least in kickoff. He really just does a great job of providing value, and he gets 2 big kills in that department. So a little bit of control of the orb space. See if Munyet wants to push any further forward, but with the spot of the KO knife, opts to back off. Because that was a pretty deep KO knife, went more towards Wine.
Yeah, still trying to get the ult as early as possible. Wonder what set strat they've got with the ult ready. Let's look at RRQ. They are allowed 1 death. In the ideal worlds, they keep 4, but 2 is still okay as well.
I have something I want to say. Convergent Pass, cool name, kind of long.
Is Bleed still in the league? No, they are not in the league anymore. They kind of just didn't pay people.
It also could have been a decent one for the Refract, just because you kind of become a Prism as you.
Either's good, and Prism's a cool word, so I would have liked to have said that on broadcast. You know what? I did say it on broadcast, but.
There you go. Donby. Up and over the top, landing there at Mark.
Oh my goodness.
Dude,
we got recon. Everyone was just highlighted. We got recon. We got kill trips. Even there's the camera tag at one point.
And see what Nongshim can pull off with a purchase.
And you're seeing that there's one of the differences between RRQ's comp.
Okay, it looked really convincing. Go look at Jemkin here. He's got the outlook and one-shot 3 people.
You have a Cypher. Here's one of those rounds where that Cypher info is going to give you even more advantage. Get a couple big spots, like 4, and makes it pretty easy. Just spam through smokes and get kills.
Vivid, thank you so much, Vivid. Appreciate the 13 months.
Here, you know, we've been seeing a lot of attacker-sided presence for teams.
All good, bro. All good.
Pacific,
thank you so much.
With this
Is Viper on Ascent still okay? I don't think you'll see a Viper on Ascent.
For free.
And is this better agents at the moment?
Gonna have to kind of keep our eyes on Nongshim and how they're gonna deal with this.
They know the Outlaws in play now.
And 3 of them.
I think that you can do some cool stuff, but I think
recharge
there's
armor.
just better choices.
Shot going to be used. Spotting out the
Although
Yoru.
a Viper
The news
Viper
there's
Vice comp
nothing
could,
much
I
gonna be
guess,
gained there
be kind of
from
strong.
Nongshim.
Like you could make it work. I just don't think teams will go for it.
Wanted to try to challenge into this angle. Does get a nice bit of damage there. Sphero taken down to 22. Kill, however, still not found. Right now, it looks like Nongshim trying to make up their mind as far as where they want to go. Spike is
Yeah,
gonna be
50
handed over
seconds
to
call
Dami
gets made.
as he starts
And the
working his way
call
across the B.
is
Looks like
to fake over
attempt
towards
to
A
add a fake
and then head
here.
over towards B. And let's see if the two rotate.
From Nongshim has been to sort of put some
Still got a trip in middle. They don't have to worry about that, so they can freely
Trying
rotate.
to sell that. That's continuing to be the case. There was even the TP over from
Okay, the
Jemkin.
Omen's
They
just
bought
jump
into
clearing this
hook,
as
line,
well.
and sinker of RRQ.
Ooh.
Sphero getting pinged, needing to reposition.
No, they
But
tunnel
going
vision.
against
Dude,
team
they fought their B. Sorry, they
wrap it
fought
up
their
and over the
A.
top, but ends up
Fake
getting
was
taken
so
down.
good that this was the solo cipher.
See that one back as Lightspeed gets him into the site, but doesn't gain too much off the back of that. Now 13 seconds remaining. Spike working its way down. Now he's on the floor. Persia able to find one, but gets traded out. They just don't have the time. They don't have the positioning. The spike is not in their hands. And they're not going to be able to get it fast enough, you would suspect.
Yeah, no time to plant this as long as Monyet doesn't send it.
Cushy doesn't have to fight for this, but he will.
Okay, very nice. And they get 2 upgrades as well.
3 rounds on the board.
Yeah, Nongshim just thought their fake was better than it was.
Like
You got to give props to Cushy. Just didn't even rotate, just stuck on site the whole time.
Really smart about the way they have their
Because look at how easy this is. Didn't even consider him.
Gamble there from Donby didn't pay off. But then the initial damage there, set up Jemkin for the swing around the corner. Cushy with a Guardian, another stellar player for RRQ in the kickoff in his Pacific debut here in 2025. Continues to look strong. And it's a mishmash of guns. There's a pumped shotgun for Donby. That's something I've seen
they've been prioritizing this orb. They get the orb like they want to do this orb into this round when they have low buy.
Goes in with a light speed. It's instantly met with death. Cushy has since upgraded to the Vandal, and just like that, it's going to be a flawless. As
Okay, this is going to be interesting because I think they don't need to time out because they have a set strat with the ult.
There's not much more to be said.
Well, that one.
It looks like they're going to time out anyway.
You're just trying to sort of get the waylay through and put that Bucky to good use, and then everybody else just tries to flood through the front door, and it doesn't really go anywhere.
Cushy doesn't even take damage. I don't think he gets a single pump of the Bucky out.
I think Cushy, I don't know if I'm not sure if some of Donby, like,
everyone's going to drop the waylay by week 2. I think people will drop the solo waylay majority of the time, or at least like 80% of teams, yeah.
Much needed timeout going to be called here from Nongshim.
Don't think it looks great solo.
You heard it there in the post-round comms from RRQ.
We've seen it. We've only seen it twice. Look, not too bad.
That's a terrifying prospect.
No doubt.
On the opposite side of the stage.
No doubt. And this is
the waylay on Icebox. Was it Nova? I can't remember what team it was. There was one team that made it look pretty good on Icebox with the Gecko KO. But they're just double flashing everything.
A few different looks, try to create a little bit more pressure.
I feel like you would make a Jet look good if you did the same thing, or a Raze.
You don't have the same way to create pressure that a lot of teams
Paper X? I promise you it wasn't Paper X.
You're not able to do any flashes and dashes or anything like that, so kind of have to play a little bit more diligent on the back side.
It was a Chinese team, I can't remember who.
You know, A+, no notes on that. But I want to see them.
Okay, we got a anti-waylay trip, and RRQ after the timeout want to fight a little bit heavier over towards A main.
Set up at Garden. And they do put a little bit of pressure on the map early. And Nongshim.
What is the set strat? So in my opinion, right, if like in the pistol and all the other rounds you're prioritizing this ult, you have a round that is set that you know that this ult is a beast. Like you have a great round. But we're solo walking with the ult over towards middle at the moment.
Start going for the jiggles here. This crazy guy gonna maintain control of this cat. Entrance into tree. 2 players on the setup. Salvos at the ready. Persia. The one pushing forward here for now. Smoke goes out. Sets a concuss. Gets a stun on the 1. Salvos just to further come up the works.
Okay, pressure over towards short. They create the question mark.
Now it's 3 players.
And
Work their way forward here, up the pizza, now through market. Door gonna be broken
Keeping
down.
it.
Jemkin, however,
Oh
by two,
my
Spike's
god.
dropped in market. He's just got this off angle. Convergent path is gonna be used, but now, get the mask on. Dombey, go ahead, jump forward. Refracts his way back to the market, and Jemkin's there with the
I was
good
gonna
draw.
say, I'm looking at the minimap and I just see Jemkin holding it the whole time. Did they not have a smoke
That's
for their
just
split at middle?
This Jemkin just absolutely demolishes them.
10 seconds left.
Curious how he played that. I think he threw the clone and then played off the back of it and TP'd over.
Nah,
Like that.
Clone was over
Back
towards
to
here.
B&B.
Timing.
Yeah.
Clone was over towards here, and then he took his TP, and then he just had an
5-0.
angle. I'm pretty
Timeout.
sure.
Not working a treat.
And I'm
Nongshim
pretty sure
not
there was no
finding
smoke
value.
here, so he just
And
had
this
pure
is a
vision.
very devastating way to start off your ascent.
Yeah.
Given that you're on the attacking side.
Oh no, it was over there.
Yeah.
Mid.
Yeah, just
I
base
thought
of
he
the
was
ramp.
still over a tree or something, yeah. Oh my god. He's so good, man. Jemkin is just outrageously talented. Stingers and a Sheriff. That's all that Nongshim is going to be able to go for on this round. It's going to be another high-tempo attack. Ults will be coming into cycle for them. Potentially, you will have a Hunter's Fury at some point. For
Yeah,
Kushi,
it's
but
not
one
a
way or
great
another, you're gonna
sign
have
for
Francis
Nongshim.
and Ivy's ults most likely.
Like that was the ult they were prioritizing.
So this round,
This
you
is
can
the
find some
strat.
value if you
It
can
didn't
somehow
have a
sneak
cage or
Thrifty
a
out
smoke for
and
the
string together
B
2 in a
split.
row. Right now, RRQ has been all over this map.
See how the Stingers do hit.
Like the
Exactly
ult
right
idea
now,
is
they're
okay,
gonna
but
Jemkin able to
you
find
gotta
one
use some
yet,
util to get
another.
over towards middle.
Just get traded. Push for him, yeah, just sprang into the smoke. Margaret not able to catch a break here. Stealth drone, spotting the push, and Persia will be able to go ahead
Dude,
and
maybe
close that
all
gap.
RRQ needed
kill
was
on the
just
Jemkin,
Chobra to
crazy
just
guy.
fully lose faith.
Out of the drone, defends himself.
Maybe
Scooped up
Chobra was
Francis.
holding them back.
Needing to get a 1v3 clutch. See him taking a deep breath.
No?
Salvo's no
Chobra was the problem? Kinda what I'm saying. Yeah. You kind of typed out what I was thinking.
Players getting cash capped. Defuse will be handed off to Cushy to go ahead and get the Hunter's Fury online and RRQ.
Because then maybe he's
maintaining
just
dominance
cussed and the
here on
team he
Ascent.
supports is
really
just
like
destined to
The
lose.
ideas that RRQ has here, because
Because all
the
I'm
way
saying
they're
is
playing out their
Nongshim
information
haven't
is
got
either we're
around
gonna
since they
react
picked up
to it
Chobra.
quickly and just try to cover off some of these angles. You can see here, they're like, okay, they're coming through tree. Let's get a couple players to set up some crossfires through there. Or if they don't have the crossfire set up, then they use something like the Tejo to buy some time for the other members of the team to get into place.
It's
So
factual.
it's making it really,
so
really hard for Nongshim
not
to
mean.
do much. With all these ults available, is this just going to be some kind of big, fast hit?
Yeah, we got the
Use the Tejo ult. Try to
flash
clear
with the
through.
recon and then the spam, the EG.
Francis has his ult as well. He's way on the
Well,
other side of the
that's
map.
happening. They
Just
get a bit
getting
of
out.
space
So
and
wide, it's just
they have no
completely
idea they actually
unexpected,
followed it up.
unread. Jemkin is just undeniably destroying them. Two spotted there with the drone. Ping onto one, the push for Jemkin. Looking for a little bit more, maybe a bit of an overheat. Gonna play off the information gathered, but you can see Nongshim are just so damn scattered. Hit from every single angle
Getting owned? No, they're getting owned.
with no
Yeah.
reprieve, no mercy shown.
Looks really nice from RRQ.
Another damn near flawless round.
Looks really nice from
7-0
RRQ,
here to the side of
and
RRQ. We
every
joked
time I
about it
watch
in the
Danby,
first map
Yeah.
about, you know,
I
the huge
just
streak
don't
to
have any
start,
faith
then
that
the
he
run
can get a
back.
kill
We saw
entering
from
like
Apex
this.
CRX yesterday. I see basically no window right now.
It has to be off the back of the ults, which they don't even use in this round. They never get into a comfortable spot to do it. I think when Francis dies, everything just kind of crumbles in terms of their thought process and how to execute that round.
Second timeout
Yep.
has to be used.
Yeah, you know it's rough when you got to use
You
a
gotta
second
talk them
timeout.
through this round. You got to talk them through how to use these ults, how to set up some kind of big A dump hit where you just pop the no command, use the
Minus
Maybe
Ryan
get
with the
in to
prime.
clear
Thank
out
you for the
tree or
6 months,
something
dude. Thank you, thank you.
scale into sight. I don't know, but I mean, I'm scratching my head a bit too, Nongshim, because RRQ has you read at every twist and turn. And that's the first round where
Can I
we've
call
seen
Chobra? Dude, I
RRQ
don't want
get
that cuss to
kind of
come over to
aggressive
me. Liquid
out
just
towards a
started making masters again. I'm not gonna do that to
deeper part
them.
of the map. We've seen them contest the mains a little bit, but
Yeah.
just walking up the courtyard there.
Might be
there's
contagious,
been a-
man. You
that's a
gotta
great
you gotta let
from
whatever that
Crazy
is to
Guy
sit
and from
there.
RRQ, which, you know, Welcome back to Pacific, Crazy Guy, by the way.
Yeah.
You're having a pretty good start.
Vietnam once again has a representative here.
Very happy about that.
Saw the fan asking for some spiciness from Nongshim here in the game. I mean, this is about as mild as it gets.
Oh, look, dude.
I think like a UK person, big time, could eat
He
this
won't
dish
even
right
join
now.
the Josh TMV call. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, that's good for them.
All I was going to say is I was gifted some Indomie, which is Indonesian ramen, and it is mega spicy. Spicier than anything I've ever had in Korea.
Whoa.
I'll just leave it at that. And Indomie is my new favorite ramen. Oh, bye.
Well,
They got some confidence as well.
Jemkin just
Camera swing timing. This is it's really nice from RRQ though. Everything's well thought through.
They're so diligent. There's just very little of the map that's unaccounted for.
I mean, just, yeah, peek in. Why not? Against an eco. Why take any chances? Maintain the streak. Flash not going to hit. Crazy Guy not reading on the angle with the Odin. Does
Hey,
push
yeah,
up in the
lunatic.
smoke, though. A little bit of greed going to be shown.
For sure.
Dobby able to collect one. Refracts back. Spike recovered. Still just that stinger, though. Not wanting to bring that Odin in.
He is a crazy guy. That is, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's kind
He
of
is
one of the
living up
few,
to his name.
I'd say minor mistakes.
At
this
least,
game.
yeah, at least he gave us a
That
pre-warning about it.
We could have just held that back. Just spreading the map a bit, RRQ.
30 seconds left.
I mean, they picked the right
Assuming
site.
Could be B, but they're pinging out the negative space. Like, their understanding of what they're giving up in our Jimkin Soulware. Oh.
Oh, okay. Does get pressured out. It's a bit too much from too many angles. As Domby get the spike
Not
planted.
sure, not sure about that one.
Fury opening up. Plant interrupted here for the moment. Needing to restick it. They do
Oh,
so.
gotta tank
Just
it
Fury
though.
does connect.
Two people that are low and they know they're both low.
Everyone
2v3 and they know that someone's really far away.
Ivy's still a world
So they
away.
should just flash send it.
As Monyet taking some damage. Getting hit there from behind. Purge able to find the shot there to the back of the skull. Cushy now. Going for the lock in place.
Nice shot.
On for the headshot. Does he get the
Salvos
undercut
and
now?
ult.
It's gonna be the salvos
And
to
have to
start.
peek for a while.
Still a decent amount of time to work with here. It looks like Ivy just going to be going for the peak. Cushy
Ooh.
spotting him, retaps it. Cushy desperately trying to just get him to peek in to go for this one.
Damn,
He
man.
finds it though.
It's nice, dude.
And Cushy
Because she's
will
solid.
keep the streak going with a
Solid,
Red Bull
solid player.
clutch. It looks so damn good for Nongshim.
Bro, they can't get on here, man.
But
They
the
can't get on the
noodles-
board.
That dropped all over the floor. The ramen is ruined.
It's one of the few rounds
The
where
ramen
I
is
think they sort
ruined.
of outguessed RRQ, where Francis is able to outread them a bit. That pinch onto Jemkin, good understanding that someone might be tucked behind that box, and they reacted really quickly to it. Were able to spam him from a couple different directions, so he couldn't really get the aim stabilized. The aim punch screwed him up a bit there. Now this is mega important round. All the ults. Jemkin is an op.
Self-drone.
Ooh.
Gonna get spammed out.
Damn,
Has
he's
to
lucky to
exit
be
down
alive.
2 HP. Frankly, it's
Triple
nothing to get
hold
out.
over towards
Meantime,
middle,
Purge
and they
has
can't get out
three
in
players
time.
caught. Downbeat is able to find one because you're gonna be taken down.
Yeah, they know the B's
Second death
open.
thus
It's
far.
their
Crazy
first
Guy is
rounds.
Desperately trying to find the head here of Margaret.
This
Cannot
is it.
do so. Tucks back, avoids the stun, but Margaret eventually is able to collect, and now it's Jemkin at 2 HP. And Monyet, nope, never mind, just Jemkin at 2 HP. To try to keep that win streak going, but he
Yeah.
knows that that is not going to be
I
possible.
think that's okay to save this.
Makes his exit. Not going to be the 1 in 7, and it will be the 8 in 1. RRQ still in a very healthy position, but Nongshim at long last get themselves a round win.
Yeah, it's an attempt
4
at
an
a
attack
crunch in
is
the mid,
doable. Yeah, I
trying to
agree
come
with you.
at Dongshim from
Solo
a couple different
Yoru can
angles.
struggle a
RRQ
little bit
gets
on
red
attack as
really,
well.
really nicely. Plus, you have the Waylay
I'm not
ult
sure they can get the
to
4.
hit 3 different players, trap them completely into Market, and then Margaret scales into B site. Is able to cut down a couple players from there.
Doesn't
so
Waylay's ult just feel
really
like a
nice
worse breach ult?
reaction from Nongshim. I think.
I mean,
saw the
yeah,
smoke
I
and
get what you're saying.
guessed pretty wisely.
But also,
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I think it might even be a little bit better. It's just the fact that it's not big enough.
Stays alive, but yeah, this time.
But you gotta,
seeing that conversion
I mean,
path
Breach
start
can't
to
do
get
that,
some
man.
value.
It's not like a fair comparison.
The other 2 players not really able to recover. Margaret just dancing around
If
their
Breach could
shots.
double dash, then
And
I
you
would be
can
like,
see how
yeah,
brutal it is when
you're
you get
right.
hit by that hinder. It is so annoying.
They both kind of differ a lot.
12 and 4 for Jemkin. 5 and 8, the best that anybody can muster on Nongshim so far.
Okay, so this is what we thought they were going to be doing more, just like insta B hits.
Just being a little bit quiet.
Cam set up. Just going to be cleared out. Cushy. Not looking to stick around. Recon at the ready.
Is it even worth doing this recon anymore?
3 players.
Okay, it is a shock.
At the ready.
I was going to say.
For the moment, I mean, if he had just sent it, might have actually been able to get a significant amount of value. Smoke's got to be coming through. Armageddon.
All goes in over towards spawn. KO ult, so you can't do the recon. That is a lovely shot. Dude, Danby is getting like 6 first deaths or something. Dude, he has time to reload next to him. Oh my. I tell you what, I watch Cushy and he just never oversteps though. He looks really good. But like his first proper year in tier 1, like he's very disciplined.
Seconds left.
They're going to know he's right around that corner here very shortly.
Yep. Oh, into the
Okay,
headshot, into the
win
spray,
one,
crazy
lose the
guy.
next. 1-9 loss bonus. They have enough money to buy into this. It's all about the round after, so
Claw their way back into this.
it might be 11-1 here
9-3 is the best
if they can't get this round.
What a shutdown.
What is
Cushy's
that?
just
What the
so
hell?
Snappy.
This is just a great
That looks so
idea.
stupid.
The way that there's some patience here from Crazy Guy. He sends his ult after they send theirs. When Danby dashes in, he throws his ult at the door, cuts off the reinforcements of Nongshim, and they're able to just kind of pick them apart piece by piece. And it helps when Cushy's just shutting Danby down every time he tries to dash up and over.
Yeah. I mean, even with the shortcomings of the team in kickoff, Cushy, stood out.
Yes.
Continue to look like, okay, is this guy rookie of the year? And right now, holy hell.
Yep.
He is continuing his narrative.
Very true.
Him and DOS9, man.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, between those two, it's going to be a tough decision, but tougher still is the round here. Is Danby going to be taken down? Jemkin just peeking out from market, able to find that. So
how many first
power
deaths has
taken
Danby
away.
got? I think it's 7.
And just look at Crazy Guy. He's just waiting around the corner.
8?
Just,
Is it actually
just waiting
8?
to see if they execute through.
The gun barrel gets the hit. Persia going to be taken low. Jemkin just bouncing back. Francis wanting to try to pressure this out, but smoke comes in. Jemkin just slowly drifting away, keeping his life intact. Oh, come on yet. Across the site, find the headshot. Ivy noted here in mid. Spike being ushered across over towards Pizza. Jemkin, as well as Crazy Guy with a double stack setup here in the spawn. As Xfero just plays it patiently. Margaret has absolutely no idea. Francis decently fast to go ahead and pivot, find that elimination. I mean,
Okay, they just have no money now. 2-4. 2 of them can get okay guns.
Just RRQ has great protocols built in.
Yeah, I feel bad for them now.
Again, there's so much ability to
Dude,
find
look at the kills.
some kind of contact on the map and then make a play off
Just
of
no
it.
kills.
I mean, Jemkin just goes on a bit of an exploration there. Way earlier, Danby had cleared the trip, and Jemkin kind of anticipating that maybe somebody stuck around, anticipated correctly. And then they're just sort of able to catch the players of Nongshim in market. And I love the way Crazy Guy is calling this. He's hanging around there towards that mid part of the map the whole round. Just sort of just understanding the way Nongshim wants to work the map. Oh, Margaret, that didn't feel great.
certainly not. 47.
That feels worse.
Flushed into mid. Jemkin's there, ready for it. Yeah. The ramyun's gone bad. Everybody on a Nongshim right now with a stomach ache, it would seem.
Dude, how many food ponds are we going to hit throughout the year?
Crazy Guy watching for
Kilios is loving it at the moment. He's gone for so many noodle, so much noodle play. big killer middle. They've got a round here though. Like they actually have a round here.
3v2, a 1v3. Cushy the last one standing, lined up for him as he collects them both. The tap, he's got no idea. As Persia will be able to get Nongshim a second round win.
They double it?
The score at the half.
That is not enough, man.
Got to be grinning ear to ear.
Let's see if they can get some confidence. Get a pistol, get some
That's
confidence.
just magnificent stuff. I mean, you have to be so thrilled.
To be fair,
You're
though,
an RRQ fan.
the RRQ comp isn't like the best on attack, but
even in the rounds
it's good
that,
for more than 2.
You know, that are won by Nongshim, it's still very difficult. They're just making great decisions all across the board, and I think you're gonna be looking at what we've seen on Ascent here today with the Tejo Sova combos. I think you're gonna be seeing a lot more of that because the way you can control the map is really, really powerful. And if your protocols are in place, the way to play off of that information is super difficult to deal with. And it seemingly doesn't get any better on the other side of the coin for the side of Nongshim.
Could this RRQ comp be the new Ascent meta?
I mean, granted, yes, a Phoenix, but with the Yoru there as well, you can have
we'll
some
see what
similar
people
ideas,
do.
have some similar flashes.
I don't think you're going to see a meta on this map for a little bit. I think it's very open. I also think, like, as much as RRQ are playing good, Nongshim are making it easy for them.
Nongshim can go on one hell of a run.
It's possible.
Jim can go kill. I mean, it's been a good strategy so
Yeah,
far.
I agree with that, Saint.
Generally works out pretty well.
Yeah, saying, you know, Cushy back him up has also been doing wonders for the team.
Yeah. They're just really, everything is just kind of slotting in nicely. Only a few rounds where
Would Viper
really
Harbor
Nongshim
work
was
better
able to
now?
kind
There's
of
no B main
set
spam, dude.
RRQ off balance.
Don't be putting ideas out into the world for Paper X to
Yoru in
use.
there.
They're struggling
curious
as it is.
How they're gonna work the map here as RRQ. Something about his girlfriend. I didn't
Something as girlfriend
didn't catch it quick enough.
cheering for Dambi or something like that.
Yeah. Which, look, I was excited to see Dambi on the Waylay.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a bit more.
Nongshim's
But I
coach
haven't
said
really
that they've been using Waylay, but they've been struggling with it somewhat.
And you do have like a
I mean,
KO
yeah,
in there.
because
You do have the flashes to try to set it up, but it really hasn't.
They're just dashing
connected.
into the open, or they're dashing
You know,
into a
you
smoke,
think
and
it'd be
someone's
some
holding the smoke.
Similar ideas to Jet, but so far it just it doesn't seem like the pieces are quite fitting.
As you know, I think.
Do you think Deadlock should be picked way more now? I'm really surprised Deadlock hasn't been picked yet.
Kind of minor issue on the back end of the halftime. So we get a little bit more time to chat before we get into the action once again. So here's something I've been pondering.
Yeah,
Waylay feels
If you
outside of
were
Dambi's
going
strengths
to
than the other
become
duelists.
a
Yeah,
pub
I agree with
owner,
that. Because
okay,
he likes to send it with Neon, but
Cheers,
you set
like a
yourself up
local,
with Neon.
everyone
and you call me the boomer.
Like
You just
really,
referenced
like you can
Cheers. I
stun
mean, come
send
on.
it. You can do so
Great
much on
job,
your own
great
with
job.
Neon.
Anyway,
dance,
continue.
etc.
It's
What
like
would
you got to
name
rely
your
on
pub?
the util of
What
your
would I name it?
rest of the
Yeah.
team.
Because I feel like that's the thing that kind of makes or breaks a good pub is the name.
Prafu, thank you so much for that, dude. Thank you,
I
thank
don't
you.
know.
Just
I have to
woke
think
up
about
now.
that for a second.
Is
Somebody
it worth
have something
watching the
in mind,
Gen
you
G
asked the
Boom
question.
game? Honestly, yeah.
I was
I would at
was
least
thinking
watch
of
the
Event
Haven. The
Horizon,
Haven was pretty
because
fun.
once you come in, you can't
The
escape.
Haven was really fun.
You're here forever.
That's pretty good. That one's not bad. I always like the ones that are named like places you could like convince like your like significant other or something that you weren't actually at the pub, you were
yeah.
somewhere else.
I
Like the
see.
library. We had one in my hometown
Oh,
called the library.
Hey, yeah, I was at the library.
Yeah.
And then you're not technically lying.
Correct.
So, yeah, that's not a bad one. But, yeah, it's always something that I've thought
That's the
about.
RRQ
Event Horizon
CEO?
struck my
Oh,
mind
okay.
a
I
couple
like
days
that
ago.
though. Actually, I do. I mean, I'm a science guy. So I do
Anonymous
like that.
gifter,
I'm
thank you
also-
so much. Thank
that's
you
why
for
I
doing
like
that.
Waylay.
Dude,
Science
did you
guys
purposely
enjoy
choose the name? Can you
the
give me 5
references to
euros?
The light speed.
But it doesn't make sense because
3.8
you
times 10 to the 8th
you
meters per
gifted
second
5
or something
euros.
like that is light speed if I'm
I'm so confused.
Shut up, nerd.
Unless I'm meant
Yeah,
to
I'm a
read it
nerd.
out,
Yeah,
and then I'm
well,
like begging.
looks like we're still in this
Anonymous
here.
gifter, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
Nongshim, maybe not so much, but timer's starting
He
to tick
wants
down
it
on our
back,
screen,
yeah,
so
he's
we
like
should be
gifted,
getting
and then
to
he's
the action
asking
once
for the money
again
back.
here in a moment.
It's 6 euros now?
See if
Dude,
there's
it's 6
any help
euros
in
now
help
for a
Nongshim to
sub?
start running this one back,
That's
and
crazy.
obviously
Why you
all
guys
has to
subbing?
Start from this pistol, 10-2. The scoreline, the 8-round deficit that they need to claw back.
Is that what it is?
There's a little bit of lull, an attempt to go ahead, liven up the crowd, so we can get back into things here. For the side of the Nongshim fans, hasn't been that much to cheer for.
In Switzerland, it's 8.99. What the hell?
Whoa. Man, oh man. What a half, but who knows? Maybe Dongshim's gonna have some solid defensive plans. Oh, Persia. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
Jim.
Oh.
Nope.
You got
he's just looking
another.
to wreck any and all hope.
Okay, well, at least this one's
game.
fast.
2 kills found. Refract used here by Downbeat. This looks like we'll just wait it out. Stick around here on the site with that Sheriff in hand. In the meantime, Stealth Drone checking in towards B main. Margaret there is able to clear it.
I think RRQ here trying to get a sense of maybe where Ivy's at. Worried about those salvos a bit before they make this execute. I don't think you have one more TP. You still have a TP available for Jemkin. There it goes. They're going to use some salvos of their own.
Recon going to be cleared out. Downbeat needing to hit some absolute heaters. It's going to be Ivy who does manage to find
Oh,
one
the
to
shock's
start.
good, though.
Cushy
Ah.
finishes off the way.
Honestly, the shock would have taken him down.
As it's now just down to Margaret. They have to have a very strong idea where the approach is going to come through. I mean, door's already shut.
Well,
And all of RRQ
Alright.
get clustered up
like
here.
Nongshim's going to start thinking about splitting a
this
little
is-
bit.
It would take something very bizarre to happen.
Do they use the waylay
Margaret to have any
again?
hope. Doors closed, windows still intact. There's going to be zero ambiguity about what happens. With 4 players there, you wouldn't expect that RRQ is going to give any chance for Margaret.
Margaret's
I mean,
posture?
the
I think it
camera's
got
cleared, but
better.
There's just no time.
I think it
There's
looked
just nothing
worse
to
in
be done other
kickoff.
than maybe to
They
try to
might be
find some
working on
limbs
it.
to potentially, hopefully, have a future neural theft, but none given. No chances allotted. Nongshim surely will have to go for a force you would expect here. As RRQ get up to 11.
Oh, it's so good. You know, Nongshim trying to catch RRQ a bit off guard. And I want to talk about this execute here. They use a lot of
Random
the
chatter
utility
says check the
to get the
activity feed.
identification that Margaret is
Shemayuki gifted
behind Dice. And then when Ivy
53
steps
minutes
in
ago.
to get that first kill.
Shemayuki,
immediately
thank you
hit
so
with
much.
paranoia from
Dude,
Monyet steps through and kills
cracked
him.
it
I
in.
mean, the
Honestly, I
protocols,
didn't even check this
obviously we're
time.
seeing on the defensive side, you're
That
seeing
might
on
be the
attacker
longest.
side,
53?
The way that they've prepared for
Almost
this
an
match
hour?
today is impeccable.
I think that's the record.
This map choice
Is that the record?
the
I
way
could have
that
missed
they've
some.
designed
I might not
things
know about the record.
from Ewok and
I swear to
Warbirds.
God with tier 1. Thank you with the gifted, bro. I appreciate that. Thank
This
you
is
so much.
just about as
That's
good
my
as it gets.
shortest yet. There's no way I've missed more.
Dami on that peak, able to
Whoa,
find one.
whoa.
Oh, light speed up and over the top.
Okay,
Lightning
well, when you do
distracts
that,
Mark,
it's a
comes
good
from behind,
agent.
is able to find that kill.
That was sick.
Not pushing out, though, to try to collect weapons. They're still just playing this a bit warily, starting to go for the rotate across towards this A site. In the meantime, RRQ do drift back over.
Weapon here.
Maybe suspecting
The other day I didn't notice
this is
some.
going to be the play call, but for now,
So the
Nongshim's
clock's
starting
still
to fan
running
out
for
a
it.
little bit more.
Just lost
Well,
forever.
The good news is Gundens get scooped up by Dongshim, so RRQ's able to keep that. Still, Sheriffs abound and some cool ideas.
It's an even bigger win for them if Nongshim were able to close this out, given that they didn't really force anything aside for a few Sheriffs. Margaret shifting around the side, tries to tuck away and switch, and was not spotted. Able to find one. Francis getting another crazy guy.
Good
Answering back
luck.
2 kills
And
now.
they got no
all alone.
armor, but they're going to be able to pick up
Down
all the
into site,
guns.
Get the plant, get that money, get an extra charge. But can he close out? 3 more players. Can he clutch it with an ace? Dami, hitting
Oi.
a headshot through the box. And
Great
Crazy Guy
shots.
Makes a little bit of a go of
Hey,
it.
nice little eco strat though. Nice aggro strat. It's definitely something the waylay can do. Last like what 10 seconds, you can do some kind of crazy stuff.
Picking up the round in fantastic fashion.
Some
when they
Vision
desperately need it the
Strikers-esque
most.
strats.
Yeah, absolutely. This time around, they have a good idea to use those waylay dashes, and it comes to fruition. Little wry smile there
We call that being resourceful.
on the face of Ivy. Played that very nicely out the rip. Caught RRQ completely off guard. A great opening shot from Danby. Immediately into the salvos and him dashing through. Beautiful stuff.
Thought maybe Margaret was just a hair off being able to slide in unnoticed, but clearly none the wiser were RRQ. So really good capitalization, some energy starting to come through. Something to feel good about there.
Yeah,
for
let's
the side of
see how
Nongshim,
clean they
but
can keep
still
up.
An immense amount of work to be done. Crazy Guy going to be picking up a Marshall and a half armor. Rifles across the board here for Nongshim here as salvos shoving them away. Stopping Crazy Guy from trying to grab that orb for the moment.
And one of the interesting things about Ascent coming back into the pool is going to be the orb control that you're going to be able to fight over with the Tejos. Like, when are you going to be the one to expend your salvos? When do you save it? But anyway, this is...
Dude, RRQ would take this, by the way.
Stun connecting there on him on yet. Door quickly going to be broken
Free
down.
sight
Smart shot
with the
connects on
ecos.
Persian, puts him to 49.
It's like one of the hardest things to do is get through the choke points.
RRQ for the moment here in control.
Not saying they're going to win, but they're going to do damage.
Ivy similarly at 42. Fragment out just to check the corner, make sure no one's playing switch. Sparrow looking to try to push up. Jemkin's going to be taken down. Dash in, Downbeat arriving here at Gen, drops down, doesn't get the ping reveal. Crazy Guy with a headshot, able to find Margaret, but now it's just Cushy all alone. Can't find any
Okay, a little bit of damage,
so
but you can see what I was talking about. 49, 28, 42. Close duels.
Continue to rally back for a 4th round victory.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of at least kind of anticipating some of the positioning of the RRQ players. A couple times we've seen where Jemkins wanted to be up on Raptors and he's just dealt with. Yep, just he likes to play behind that box. A couple nice shots of the Marshall. But other than that, just a good flood retake here for the side of Nongshim. Even though it's a good read initially, frankly, by RRQ to take a small pause after the salvos come out
Hey, what is
for
this?
the A main orb, and then be like, you know what? We hear them going the other way. Let's just
Wait,
see if
that's
we can get through
awesome.
to A for free, and they do, and they get the plant, they get the money. Now they've got the guns to work with, salvos to send Ivy a little bit further back.
That's a really nice stun. It
Smoking
literally
response
lands just
from
perfectly in the
Persia.
choke.
We're gonna set up the TP on Old Boy.
Going for the spray. Surprisingly little damage. Cushy, they're at 72.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, that dash onto the box.
Yeah, light speed across the side, but Jemkin able to find 2 as he TPs into hell.
This is a smart idea. Dude, this is nice from RRQ. They've been putting a lot of work into this. So first of all, we see a new stun. Off the roof goes down into the choke. So they know for sure they can take over towards A main. Maybe there's some salvos I didn't fully see. But then they all, under heaven, they send a TP out. So you know that it's clear. You take the TP, and then you just got a straight up crossfire.
It's all about the
Pressure on
timing
A
of
main and
when
this guy.
the Yoru stuff happens. Like, Persia pushes around the corner to try to catch the Sova player off guard.
This is a
when they're
lovely round to
sending the drone.
watch.
That's why the smoke is a little bit further out in the main like it was. So he has a little bit
Okay,
extra
8
safety to do
chances.
that. But right as that's happening, that's when the TP goes through it. It's not noted, I think, by anybody from Nongshim. And that's why it goes into the back of hell. And there's just no identification at all of Jemkin just sending himself back there and sending them to
Let's
the
see what the
graves.
ult strat is.
And he's got the ult. So what's the plan with this? Is he going to go through tree, try to clear out the front of A?
Fake
But
TP,
he's pinging out mid.
like you're over
No,
towards
okay,
middle.
It is going to be tree. I was suspecting.
And then you just send it over towards 8. Create a little bit of pressure on middle, keep the one head, and head over towards 8. Oh my goodness. Did he not check main?
Jemkin exits that dimensional drift. He is met with his demise. And this round completely gets flipped around just because Jemkin doesn't look into main.
Yeah.
Bit weird. See if Xferro can do any more damage.
So focused on sight.
Any kills that he could find would be value, but
Okay, sure, we can count this down.
check over towards that right side, so
Crazy Guy can't buy, but everyone else can. So they probably just low buy considering the
It
score.
is a bit strange because that's how Persia played the previous round. They just seemingly didn't anticipate that he'd do it twice in a row, but Persia, you don't want to give him any opportunities. We know what he's capable of at his best. Phenomenal controller. One of the big reasons that Nongshim is here in the first place.
Absolutely. Jemkin, 29 and 8. Cushy not far behind. He said Persia trying desperately
B
to
bust.
keep the team in the mix here.
Cage camera.
Salvo's out. Sparrow on the wide swing. It's the flash.
Salvos. Recon.
Massive suppress. Virgin path's gonna be
Oh
used.
my
Now
goodness.
Dashing forward, looking for it, but Sparrow. Just go ahead and find that elimination. Tucks
Going
to
for the
side.
world record of the most first
Avoids those
deaths.
salvos. And RRQ take one step towards pulling off a bit of a threat of their own to go ahead and close things out on Ascent. Persia around the back. Maybe not quite noted. No, not noted at all. Strikes finding one. Paranoia dodgeable. As they shift over to the side. Ivy looks to reinforce his position here at Tiles, but Jemkin finds another to swing out. Just trying to go for it, but Jemkin, wise to it, ready.
Yeah, I mean, they just got diffed on this
Far
map.
too good.
The Waylay has not looked good. If they use Waylay...
Margaret,
Jesus.
Oh,
God.
Francis put him down on the floor. Monette
Okay,
still
so good.
standing, closes the distance with a stinger.
If they use Waylay on other maps, I'm really worried for them.
13-5,
Because they don't set it up
electric
enough.
Here on their map pick of Ascent.
Just
And
brilliant
RRQ have a
stuff,
lot of cool
top to
stuff
bottom.
on this map.
Can't say enough
They
about
got a lot
how
of cool
impressed
stuff.
I am with RRQ's game
They're very
plan
drilled.
and the way that they've got these agents all lined up, the way